Hello everyone on YouTube and welcome back to another live stream. Well, not live for you, but I'm gonna play a little Minecraft. I just finished playing some Call of Duty and did really bad. I'm currently remote playing my PS4 to my PC using the new PC app. It's actually working pretty good. It's slightly lower quality, but it's been nice and stable. Oh yeah, it's also been a while since I played PS4 Minecraft, so yeah, I'll just kind of screw around on Minecraft for a little bit. I'll quickly update my live stream because it's no longer Call of Duty Black Ops 3 multiplayer rampage. That went horribly wrong. Okay. Okay, I'm not even where I'm supposed to be. There it is. So as you can see, I've spent quite a while on this map. This is sadly my second iteration on this map. I'm not done it yet. Yeah, I used to have like a 360 mode that I ported onto my PC. Right now I'm on PS4. And you can't really get PC to PS4, so I kind of just rebuilt it in PS4 a little better because I wasn't really happy with the port. Like, it brought everything exactly how it was, but I wasn't really happy with what it was like. Because it followed another YouTubers a little too closely. So I kind of got in and made my own thing. And yeah, so far it's looking pretty good. My town hall is probably like my favorite. I have hedges going around. I have a horse stable in here, which my buddy killed all the horses. The same one that burnt down. I have a blacksmith in here that he burnt down. Yeah. My oh, those are actually not quite done building, as you could tell. But those are my prisoners. I actually made like a little Oblivion Easter egg where you start out in the prison and it looks nothing like Oblivion, but the concept's the same. Like, these are actually like little sewer traps on the main road. But you do kind of have to go literally all the way around. And I think the exit's like over there. Like, the main road's a giant hexagon from on top. Or hexagon or octagon? I think it's an octagon. Anyway, I can never remember. I did. That's another way out. Like, that's the official way out. That's just kind of like a backdoor thing, but it's not finished. But oh, I'm pretty proud of it so far. It is the royal bedroom with absolutely no furniture. No, I put a lot of work into this. Yeah, it's more like an octagon. Yeah, you could see there's like right there and right there. Kind of just above my cursor. There and there. There's those two little lighter gray. There's two more there and there. Those are just kind of like the sewer grates. They're all around. So yeah, you have to like, you start out at like that one. You have to go all the way around the entire thing, and you end up at like that one. I think it's that one. Yeah, it looks like it because this is the actual exit right here. You have to literally climb up, moving water that's moving against you, so it's kind of like a pain in the ass. The whole thing in there is underwater. It's a really, really slow start to getting out, but I don't know. Concept's there, I like it. Yeah, it's a really nice map. I'm pretty proud of it. My merchant stalls is really annoying to walk through. I even put some little outhouses behind some of the buildings. Because, you know, they work all day. They have to use the bathroom too. Nice little water fountains. That was unintentional, but I guess that can act kind of like a bench. This little house with, again, no furniture. Haven't really had time. It's been a while since I've actually played this, so. And there's a pretty sick blacksmith house that my buddy burnt down and then tried to rebuild the second floor with the wrong wood. Like down here is fine because it's all rock, but yeah, like this it looks just fine, like there's nothing wrong with it. Then you get to the second floor and there's holes in the ceiling. Some of it's actually still on fire. Yeah, that was a disappointment because that building took me about two days, like like me actually playing Minecraft days, like a day just to kind of build up the concept, and then a day to actually literally build it. It's probably all in all about 5 or 6 hours. Pretty sick looking Wizard's Tower. I filled up with like every plant in the game. Ran out, so I just filled the rest with mushrooms. A bank system with actual working money. Oh yes, the map is called Kingdonium. That's my little town here. But yeah, you come up to him and you say, I want some money. You get money. You want to go to the actual vault of Kingdonium. Take a nice trip downstairs. And hey, there's the vault. You can go inside. Shut it behind you. Or I guess lock it behind you. So it stays open, no one can lock you in. If you run back out and you want to close it, just boop. Now you're locked in, and there's nice giant piles of gold. And a couple chests to refer to, and you have a little table in here that you need to write some stuff down, you can. Yeah, that's the only thing with this, it's kind of a pain in the ass to go back and forth, but security. Continue forth, this is actually one of the tunnels that if you're trying to like escape prison, that was one of the sewer tunnels. You kind of have like your Chamber of Commons down here, like your little secret nightly watch kind of thing. This I don't believe leads anywhere. It was just a Yeah, this is actually gonna lead into my town hall. I'm gonna like block off one of these towers. If you look in here, it's back to here where we were earlier. I'll block off one of those towers so it's like a little secret basement. Either that or I think actually on this side. Yeah, right here. I already built a staircase that goes down, kind of blew it open. And it just leads into here. So I might just leave that as a tower, and because there's already a tunnel. The gates actually have like little things. They don't move, they're just for decoration. And if anyone's wondering, yes, here. Yes, the sand does, or dirt actually does like come out, kind of like a normal island would. I found this island. That was maybe what you see that's not covered by buildings right now. So, and maybe if you chop this section in half and that section together, if you just kind of like drew a squiggly line across and finished it over there, that's about how much I actually found of island. So if you look like here, if you go, yeah, see it's all sand. Well, not very deep here, but in some places here it goes down like probably 30 sand blocks. I just built up a giant area. Oh yeah, this is actually natural. So I guess it was the opposite. This side that's actually built on already was the pre-built in. Yeah, because this is also, this isn't man-made. This is natural. This dirt out here as well. The dirt kind of around that tower was, but it kind of like curved in, so I had to pop it out for the tower. Yeah, no, it wasn't like a naturally occurring island. I built most of it, which that took probably 15 hours of filling in all that goddamn sand. Because first you had to get the outline, which you had to go all the way down to the like maximum depth, which I believe is, which corner is it? Well, here was pretty bad because this is all man-made. I thought I remember a corner being like really, really deep. Maybe it wasn't. Oh, I might be just imagining things again. Oh, that's kind of deep too here. That's about as deep as it went. But, yeah, for the most part, it was about usually around that deep. I would build like the outline where the edge of the towers were. I kind of like mapped it out a couple feet above. Like I drew the bottom layer in just like cobblestone. Then I kind of like this layer I kind of drew out in cobblestone all the way around the entire octagon for the outer walls. And then once I had that built, I kind of went all the way down and brought it up of just pure sand. So it was basically flush all the way until I eventually brought it out like it is now. And yeah, it was a lot of work. Like I said, probably about 15 hours of actual work. Yeah, see, even there's some of the original cobblestone I had for the lower layer. Because eventually I turned this into a little bit of a joke almost. Um, kind of like a burglar break-in. You have enough to make two TNT? Two or one, I can't remember. Oh yeah, it's two. You place one on that, then you place one on that, you press the button, and right below is like the gold. So you kind of like break into the bank and steal all the money. If I ever do like turn this into an adventure mode. If I ever finish, that is, because there's still a lot of work. Like both of those wings I think are like, I'm gonna do pure housing. Because I only have one house, a wizard's tower, which technically could be a house. There is a living quarter in it. That's a bakery. That's a house. It's just a tiny little house I threw in. It's kind of ugly that it's doubled, but it was an odd. I built it literally right up to the wall. It's like the balcony is even backed up against the wall. Yeah, I just kind of did what I could. This is under the balcony, a little room. I might throw a kitchen in or something. Yeah, I had a little space. I didn't know what to fill it with, so I'm like, just put a little house in there. Nice library in the center. This was actually a really cool design. Have the center going in. Yes, that'd be very bad if it rained. But these are early architects. They're haven't quite thought of everything. This is Minecraft. Doesn't really have normal effects, but yeah, I have a nice giant library in the center. That's actually the center that falls down, so that's as high as I can do the bookshelves. Yeah, if someone ever has to come in there, they'd be a giant nerd because there's a lot of books in there. Nice little trees and yeah. Again, one little cool thing is every time it turns night, every tower shoots off fireworks. So that's a cool little thing I thought would be fun. That little tower there was that same buddy that burned down my blacksmith. He was gonna build a house over here that also had like he didn't think about it properly. He was gonna put this, which actually he does have, on a daylight sensor. That would dispense the water so he can have a safe ride down. But what he didn't think of is he'd be stuck down here until it was daytime. Our little conversation, our mic cut out, so we just kind of wrote to each other. This little cannon so we could clear out this giant cavern that he just did nothing with. One of our early Minecraft, when it just came out for 360, we had an awesome map where he had like a hobbit hole and or like a dwarf hole. And it was one of the best maps like the best houses he ever made, and it was just awesome. But he had another friend that thought it'd be funny to blow it up, and my autosave kicked in right after it blew up, so it kind of just vanished. It was a really nice house. Like, he put a lot of work into it. It was awesome. It's just me being bored one day, so I kind of built a nuke. So you press the button at the bottom there and it crashes to the ground. But what's kind of like the unknown factor is under the ground I actually have some TNT that's timed perfectly with the fall. So it's like the second that gravel hits down here, it explodes, but the gravel for some reason doesn't quite blow up all the way. So once everything's blown up underneath it, it's just like that as a perfect shell. It looks awesome. And if I go this way, my PC is a lot better. I've spent like 3 years, or the 360 version. I spent like 3 years on it, so I had like a redstone laboratory. I had working rail carts that went to both the early version of Kingdonium, and I had a Roman city, I had a modern city. They were all connected through a railing system that it actually, like, you press a button and it would send you to that. It was really complicated, and it was a really good map. I might actually stream it one day if anyone's interested. It's a lot more complicated mechanics on that one. This one doesn't really have much redstone yet. I haven't really played it much. What I'm in right now is also the buddy that blew everything up. This is his map, or his little house that he moved from the little hobbit hole you originally started at. I have absolutely no idea where he's going with this. I haven't seen it yet. Like, I haven't really talked to him when he was playing. It looks actually really cool. It's a nice color scheme. Got a lot of openings though, which at night would be a terrible idea because something could spawn there and just stumble its way in. Yeah, this map's pretty bare because I don't really have hours on it like I do for my 360 version. Which, man, that 360 version is just beautiful. But, again, I mean that's overall, like, there's a lot of work in it. This one has a lot nicer buildings, though, in the Kingdonium itself. Like, this center hall, I don't even think is built on my 360. I did that on my PC once I ported it. Because I don't use my 360 anymore. It's too old. I don't really want to pay for both 360 and PS4. And I don't have an Xbox One, so there'd be no point for getting Xbox Live. Yeah, like the one even on PC didn't even have these balconies up here that I just kind of added. I mean, it looks just gorgeous. It's one of my favorite builds. Probably my absolute favorite was the blacksmith, because I spent the most of time on that besides the town hall. My original town hall didn't have those balconies, didn't have the pyramids, it didn't have like the mini pyramids in the front little things. The jail was overcrowded. It didn't have like a Skyrim or Oblivion rather. It didn't have like an Easter egg like that. None of these hedges were here. Which actually, when he burnt down the blacksmith, some of the hedges burnt down too, and a corner of my center tower was gone because he pressed host options too many times, and the first option is fire spread. And well, as you can see, I have like nighttime natural torchlight all over the place. I have no idea what that was. Yeah, this place doesn't do too well because it has a giant blacksmith furnace that's mainly held together by stairs. So the fire kind of crept through the stairs and started in that corner and slowly built up. I don't know. I don't really have the heart to fix it because it was so much work. Yeah, this is my Minecraft. Let me know if you guys want to see any, if you guys would want to see me actually repair who knows when I'm gonna get a chance to play this just randomly with university, because I'm in university right now. I'm taking engineering, so it's only first week, so there hasn't really been any homework, but that's gonna change pretty soon. Yeah, let me know if you guys want to see how I built some things. If you want to see me just at work one day, kind of just building a house, filling these quarters. Or if you guys just want to see me repair the blacksmith, see like, because that'd be a good way to see how it's actually built. You can kind of see it was just like a simple roof on this side, but it went up, and it had such like a nice. It was almost the same for a little bit, but once it hit about here, it was just like one staircase per drop. Like normally it's a staircase and a block. It was just like staircase after staircase, so it was such a smooth way down all the way up, like up to there. And I don't know, it looked really cool. I have this outdoor chimney that goes through the ceiling. It just looked really good. So I might repair that on YouTube or on stream one day. I'll probably, for sure, if you guys want, do a couple buildings. Maybe show how some of my things work, like how the banking system works, or the kind of general scheme I have for the marketplace. It's kind of it's a neat little design. It took about three times over before I got what I wanted, what I actually liked. Or even this little wizard's tower I have here. It has one wall's a nether portal. You come in here and it's an ender portal. And no, that's not naturally occurring. It's a little. I'm sure you know about it. You can easily build your own once you're in creative. The upstairs, it's not really furnished. All my 360 PC stuff was furnished. That's another big difference. Oh, it went too far. Yeah, like even this is all filled in with like bookshelves and desks, and this one was like mushrooms and well, mushrooms. I don't think I had any mushrooms in here. It was all like mushrooms and like stew ingredients, and there was a couple vines going through it. And this was like a bunch of plants and crap. The top floor was it actually looked a little different. It was a ladder. Once I got to that one, it was just a ladder up to maximize room. I had a enchantment table in the center, and it was just surrounded by books. It was just kind of keep like, you know, the general wizard theme. One thing I'll probably rebuild exactly how I built it before was, I believe it's right in this corner of the map. I had a almost like a Oblivion fighting guild kind of style map. Like I had archery targets, I had little dummies for you to whack with your sword in the back that look actually even better than that. Looks really cool. It was filled in. It almost looked. It was very, very similar to like an Oblivion fighter guild. I was really happy with it. I mean, it would be like the barracks for where your guards would be, which actually that's what those armor stands are supposed to be here. They're like little guards. I could even show you how like these docks were made. They look pretty cool. You can have like those in there. A lot of work went into this as well. A lot of, like, I think I went through 4 generations of docks before I finally liked a set. Yeah, a lot of work goes into this. This map alone, I probably have about 40 to 45 hours in. I could be wrong. It's something like that. Where my original has like hundreds. Oh, Lake Kingdonium. My 361 as well. I also went out this way, I believe. It kept going for about that far, maybe a little farther. When I first built the first model, they were sky cities, so I never actually built them in the water. They were like, I started at what like the original height maximum was before they doubled it. So like that height was just the ground floor, almost. No, I was maybe 20 blocks below maximum. I remember because I built this, and the maximum was like right here for the flag. So yeah, I built like basically maximum before they doubled the height. And this was like way back when it was their first doubling. Yeah, it was a bitch because literally this one was kind of like a just builds off the ground. You don't really have to do a whole lot. That one was like you gotta build a tower all the way up. There's just one general tower, and then you have to build a. I want to say it was like that wall's 50. That wall is 7. No, that one's 50. That one's 70. So there'd probably be about, yeah, probably about 120 by 120 square in the air, if not bigger. Yeah, it's looking at about almost, yeah, almost 1.5 or 1.5, 1,500, sorry, blocks of just straight up dirt. And when I first built it, there was no creative mode yet. So I kind of just started. I got tired and was like, eh, screw this. And then creative mode came out and I'm like, eh, might as well give it another shot. Built a giant floating kingdom and I got mad because, well, this one I can actually dig underground and build stuff. That one I couldn't really dig underground. I had to actually fly underneath, try to find the right spot and kind of fill it all in and just dig down around it, like what I just filled in. And like doing underground like redstone was a pain in the butt. But yeah, I don't know. I eventually got quite a bit of work done. The good thing with that is once I had it underneath, like even during the day, it was really dark. So I started to develop like a Hunger Games style map underneath, and I didn't really get much out of it, but I spent most of the time on actual Kingdonium, or I spent a lot of the time on what was called Wand Labs, our redstone area that we always worked on contraptions, which I actually learned a lot about redstone. My doorbell for my house was Pirates of the Caribbean. Like He's Still a Pirate, I think it's called. I'm really tired. I've been up for way too long. School was long today, so yeah, it was kind of a fun times back then. If you want to, I could launch it on my laptop here, or if I don't have it on my laptop, I have a backup laptop that has it on it, so I might figure something out as to get it to pop up on here, but yeah, think I'm gonna do a little homework before I go to bed. And thanks everyone for watching. Looks like my Twitch has had some in and outs. It hasn't really been updating as to when people have been watching. No one really commented. But I jumped from about 70 to 90 views, so I'm okay with that. No one stuck around, but I mean, gotta start somewhere. Greatness comes from small beginnings. It's a great motto from a very famous person. Yeah, well, thanks everyone for watching. If you'd like to see some of the stuff in closer detail, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Ask me if you want to see some of these specific buildings and how I built it, how I kind of got the concept for my advanced creating. Yeah, if you want, send me a message. I could even pop you into this world if you have a PlayStation and let you look around. I probably won't give anyone any real permission to build or anything, just because, I don't know, I spent a long time on here and I don't have a backup for it currently. But yeah, thanks for watching and have a good night.